Two.
Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Two Tribes, the quiz show where you never know whose side you're going to be on. We've got 7 brand new contestants all ready to play. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Glenn. I'm an IT technician. I'm from Newcastle.
Hi, I'm James, and I'm a policy assistant from Bude in Cornwall.
Hi, I'm Cam. I'm a content executive, and I'm from Peterborough in Cambridgeshire.
Hello, I'm Lesley, and I'm a secretary from Nantwich in Cheshire.
Hi, I'm John. I'm a civil servant from Stockport in Cheshire.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm a medical receptionist from Emsworth in Hampshire.
Hi, I'm Sheila, a retired nurse from Norwich.
Welcome to you all. Welcome to you all. I think it's probably impossible to lose a quiz show when you've got a beard as impressive as Glenn's. I would have thought the other 6 of you may as well go home immediately. Now, before the show, all of you completed our in-depth questionnaire, answering all sorts of questions about yourselves. There's a few of the questions going through there. In each round, we will be splitting you into 2 tribes based on who said yes and who said no to some of those. Each tribe will then face a series of general knowledge questions, and all you have to do is make sure you're on the winning tribe. OK, one of you at the end of the show could be walking away with our jackpot of £1,000. I wish you all the very best of luck. Let's find our first 2 tribes. Before the show, we asked you the following. I wish I could time travel. Trying to work out who on earth in the world would say no to that. Well, let's find out. The people who said yes were Glenn, James, and John. Which means our no tribe is Cam, Lesley, Jenny, and Sheila. Everybody, join your tribes. No tribe. Jenny, that doesn't appeal to you?
Not in the least. I want to make sure, because I always want to be in control, that I would definitely come back.
I was only saying I wish I could time travel. I wouldn't force you to. It's just you'd have the option. Lesley, would you not want to go 5 years into the future and see what Glenn's beard looked like then?
Well, it'd obviously be on the floor, but no, I hate all forms of science fiction, make-believe, Doctor Who. I like reality.
What a gang of scaredy cats on the no tribe. Glenn, clearly time travel would be awesome.
Oh, yeah, going back the way, dinosaurs. Going forward the way, hoverboards.
I mean, I know,
Win
right?
either way.
Do a selfie with you with a stegosaurus on a hoverboard.
That's the dream.
Do you know what? Like. John, would you go into the past or into the future, or a little bit of both?
I think I'd go into the past. I think I'd go back to 1967, the day before the Grand National.
The Foynaven Grand National.
Exactly, and I'd put a lot of money on Foynaven to win.
That's all anyone really thinks about when they'd like to time travel. I mean, yeah, there's a bit of dinosaurs and hoverboards, but by and large, it's I want to bet on stuff and make a load of money. No tribe, we'll start with you, because there's 4 of you. I'm going to give you 60 seconds worth of questions. If you get one wrong, I'll pass it down the line. If all 4 of you get the same question wrong, your time will end immediately. The winning tribe will be straight through to the next round, so try and make sure that is your tribe. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Start the clock. Cam, born in 1966, Chris Eubank is a retired professional from which sport?
Boxing.
Correct. Lesley, the flag of Russia has horizontal stripes of white, blue, and which other colour?
Red.
Correct. Jenny, which 1970s children's TV character was described as a saggy old cloth cat?
Bagpuss.
Correct. Sheila, on which London street is the Sherlock Holmes Museum located?
Baker Street.
It is. Cam, Cracklin' Rosie and Sweet Caroline are UK hit singles by which US singer?
Pass.
Lesley.
Neil Diamond.
Correct. Jenny, excluding jokers, in a standard pack of playing cards, how many cards feature a person?
8.
Incorrect. Sheila.
12.
Correct. Cam, the basis of a BBC drama series, Flora Thompson's trilogy of novels, is called Lark Rise to Where?
Pass.
Lesley.
Candleford.
Correct. Jenny, which vegetable shares its name with 2 producers of the James Bond film series?
Broccoli.
Correct. Sheila, the town of Battle in East Sussex is so named because it was the site of which military engagement?
Battle of Hastings.
Correct. Cam, Magna Carta Holy Grail is a 2013 album by which American rap star?
Pass.
The answer to that one was Jay-Z. At the end of that round, no tribe. Very impressive, 9 points. So, yes, tribe, our time travellers, 10 points will see you safely through to the next round. Wish you all the very best of luck. Start the clock. Glenn, in the TV sitcom Only Fools and Horses, what was the surname of the brothers Delboy and Rodney?
Trotter.
Correct. James, in which Welsh city are the headquarters of the DVLA?
Cardiff.
Incorrect. John.
Swansea.
Correct. Glenn, excluding time added on by a referee, a professional rugby union match lasts for how many minutes?
80.
Correct. James, the Beckham's eldest son is named after which New York borough?
Brooklyn.
Correct. John, of the 7 letters used in Roman numerals, which comes last alphabetically?
X.
Correct. Glenn, Kristen Stewart played Bella Swan in which film series?
Twilight.
She did. James, who represented the UK at the 1996 Eurovision Song Contest with the song Ooh Ah Just a Little Bit?
Pass.
John.
Gina G.
Correct. Glenn, which plant, known for its ballerina-shaped flowers, lends its name to a bright purplish-red colour?
Fuchsia.
Correct. James, Yom Kippur is a holy day observed by the followers of which major religion?
Jewish.
Correct. John, to win, Jeff Lynne is the frontman of which group whose hits include Mr. Blue Sky and Sweet Talking Woman?
ELO.
Correct, and that means, yes, Tribe, you scored 10 points. You're through to the next round. No, Tribe, if only we had some way of turning back time. Goodness me, it means, unfortunately, you are on the losing tribe, even though you scored 9 points. I'm going to ask you a series of questions on the buzzer. If you buzz in and get one right, you'll be going through to the next round. If you buzz in and get one wrong, you'll be leaving us immediately. The Birth of Venus is a particularly well-known piece of work by which Florentine artist born around 1445? Sheila.
Botticelli.
It's the correct answer, Sheila. You're through to the next round. Well played. Cam, Lesley, Jenny, playing for survival. Every year since 1947, the Christmas tree that stands in Trafalgar... Lesley.
Norway.
The Christmas tree that stands in Trafalgar Square has been given as a gift from which Scandinavian country? Norway. It's the correct answer, Lesley. You're through to the next round. Some time-travelling buzzing there from Lesley. So Cam, Jenny, all comes down to this one question. One of you will be through to the next round. One of you will be leaving us. Very best of luck to you both. In 2014, it was announced that The Force Awakens would be the title of the new film in which sci-fi... Cam.
Star Wars.
In which sci-fi franchise? Star Wars, the correct answer. Cam, you're through to the next round. Oh, Jenny, I am sorry.
Are you?
Yeah. Oh, you know, no one's ever said that before. No one's ever questioned my sincerity. But I genuinely am. I hate losing anybody. Have you enjoyed your time with us?
Oh, yeah, it's been great. It's been a lovely day. Great
Oh.
bunch of people, so...
Thank you so much, and I'm sorry we don't get to know you a little bit more. But for our remaining 6 contestants, it's time to find 2 brand new tribes. Well, what a first round. Very impressive. Shame to lose anybody there. 4 of you got all of your questions right there, which is very, very impressive. We're going to split you into 2 brand new tribes now. Before the show, we asked you the following. I believe in love at first sight. OK, let's find out who said yes and who said no to that question. Our yes tribe is Cam, John, and Sheila. Our no tribe is Glenn, James, and Lesley. Everybody, join your tribes. So, Cam, you believe in love at first sight?
Yeah, I wouldn't if I hadn't seen it with my mum and my stepdad,
Oh, that's nice. What are their names?
Ken and Linda.
Hey, Ken and Linda, that's a lovely story. That's a very nice way to start the round. John, John, do you believe in love at first sight?
I do. When you get that flutter in your stomach and you know it's not indigestion, then I think, you know.
Sheila, do you believe in indigestion at first sight or love at first sight?
Probably a bit of both, actually. But yes, I think we do know in our hearts when something special happens.
Did it happen to you?
Yes.
Are you still with the
Yes,
gentleman?
nearly 50 years.
50 years, goodness me. And what's his name?
Robert.
Hey, Robert, how are you? That's a lovely story as well. I bet you feel bad now, no tribe, don't you, after those rather heartwarming tales? James, you think you need to get to know somebody?
Yeah, I need to be careful with my words here because I recently got married to my girlfriend of 10 years, but it certainly wasn't love at first sight when I first met her because she was whiny, over-emotional, but I grew to love her, so it's OK now. I'm going to be in so much trouble.
What's her name, James?
She's Emma. She's called Emma.
Oh, Emma, I'm so sorry. And Lesley, again, you think you need to get to know somebody?
Yeah, looks are superficial. You've really got to get to know somebody. The only exception ever is a mother's love for her newborn baby.
Well, you know, that's lovely all round. I can't believe we've got to play a quiz now. I'm tearing up. Yes, Tribe, will start with you. 60 seconds worth of questions. Get one wrong, I'll pass it down the line. If all 3 of you get the same question wrong, your time will end immediately. It was a very, very strong first round, so high standards. Best of luck to both tribes. Start the clock. Cam, You're the One That I Want and Summer Nights are songs from which 1978 film musical?
Greece.
Correct. John, the first London Marathon took place in which decade?
1980s.
It did. Sheila, the holder of which cabinet position has an official residence at number 11 Downing Street?
Chancellor Exchequer.
Correct. Cam, on a standard piano keyboard, an octave includes how many black keys?
6.
Incorrect. John.
4.
Incorrect. Sheila.
3.
The answer's 5. The answer is 5. It means at the end of that round, 3 points for our Yes tribe. No tribe, very different to the first round. Just 4 points will see you safely through to the next round. Start the clock. Glenn, how many of the letters in the word vowel are consonants?
3.
Correct. James, the NUT is a UK trade union representing members of which profession?
Teachers.
Correct. Leslie, in which month is the FA Cup's third round proper held?
October.
Incorrect. Glenn.
March.
Incorrect. James, the second
January.
tribe. Correct. Leslie, to win. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn is a line spoken towards the end of which 1939 film?
Gone with the Wind.
Is the right answer, and with 4 points, a very impressive 4 points. Our winning tribe is the No tribe. Take your place in the middle. Ah, our hopeless romantics. You're playing for survival, I'm afraid. You are on the losing tribe. One of you has to leave us. Fingers on buzzers. What name, derived from the Arabic for to pound, is given to a North African food that consists of small round granules of semolina wheat flour? Sheila.
Couscous.
It's a very complicated way of describing couscous. You're absolutely right. Sheila, you're through to the next round. So Cam and John, one of you will be through to the next round, one of you leaving us. It all comes down to this question. Best of luck to you both. Which term precedes girl, funk, and top ranking in the titles of John?
Uptown.
In the titles of 3 UK #1 singles, Uptown. It's a great answer. John, you're through to the next round. Cam, I'm so sorry. Terrific first round, a very low-scoring second round.
Yeah.
I'm afraid it's you we have to say goodbye to. Have you enjoyed your time with us?
Yeah, it's been great.
Thank you so much for playing. For our remaining 5, though, it's time to find our next 2 tribes. A slightly less impressive round that time, but all 5 of you made it through. We're going to split you into 2 brand new tribes now. Before the show, we asked you the following. I eat my dinner in front of the TV. I eat my dinner in front of the TV. That's a little bit close to home for some people, I suspect, watching right now. Glenn, what tribe are you on here?
I'm in the Yes tribe.
You're on the
here.
Yes tribe. Well, let's find who's going to join you. The Yes tribe is Glenn, James again, and Sheila. Which means our No tribe are Leslie and John. Everybody join your tribes. So Leslie and John are No tribe. You're currently being watched by an awful lot of people who are having their dinner in front of the TV. You know that. But John, that's not for you.
No. I think in the past, to be honest, I may have watched the odd programme on TV with my dinner, but with my girlfriend now, she wouldn't stand for that.
Leslie, you won't eat in front of the TV.
No, meal times are a special time for the family to catch up with day's events. There is an exception, though, if we have an early tea and Pointless is on.
I love that show. I love that show. Our Yes tribe, Glenn, would you ever sit down for like a formal meal at home?
Yeah, I'd like to do more, but me and my partner have had like a baby 4 months ago, which is awesome.
All bets are off. Everybody empathises with that, and congratulations as well.
Thank you.
And James, always like to eat in front of the TV?
Yeah, I mean, similar to John, it's not a position that's endorsed by my wife, but I try and do it as often as I can. And when she's working late, then I just, obviously the sofa's my own house, and I just enjoy.
So James puts his foot down, John. That's because he hasn't learned yet.
It's the only time.
Yeah, he'll learn.
He'll learn. And Sheila, you treat yourself a bit of dinner in front of the TV?
My husband and I, on our own, we do what we like.
Do exactly what you want. What a lovely way to live. We will start with our Yes tribe. 60 seconds worth of questions. If you get one wrong, pass it down the line. If you all get the same question wrong, your time will end immediately. Don't forget, the winning tribe in this round will be straight through to our final 4. Start the clock. Glenn, someone who feels nervous is commonly said to have butterflies in which part of their body?
Stomach.
Correct. James, in 2003, Prince Harry graduated from which public school?
Sandringham?
Incorrect. Sheila?
St Andrews?
Incorrect. Glenn, to save your tribe.
Sandhurst.
It wasn't in 2003. He graduated from Eton College. Let me count up the scores. Hold on a minute, everybody. 1 point. 1 point. Yes, Stride. Hey there, Lesley and John. Do you remember round 1 when everyone was getting all their questions right? Remember the good old days?
Long time ago.
Long, long time ago. Well, Lesley and John, 2 points. We'll see you safely through to our final 4. It's a very, very nice position to be in. I wish you very best of luck. Start the clock. Lesley, according to the popular expression, a stitch in time saves what?
9.
Correct. John, to win, in the cartoon series The Simpsons, what is the name of Marge and Homer's son?
Bart.
Is the correct answer. And with a huge 2 points, our winning tribe, the No Tribe, you're through to our final 4. Yes, Tribe, there are people eating their dinner now, shaking their heads in disbelief. Tea has been spat out across living rooms up and down the country. 1 point. It means you are on the losing tribe, unsurprisingly. One of you is going to have to go home. You're playing for survival. If you give me a correct answer, you will be going through to our final 4 to join Lesley and John. The Calgary Flames, the San Jose Sharks, and the Detroit Red Wings James?
Ice hockey.
Are all teams that play which North American sport? Ice hockey is the correct answer. James, you're through to the next round. Glenn, Sheila. One of you will be through to our final 4, one of you leaving us right now. The 1982 thriller First Blood was the first in a series of films that featured which, Glenn?
Rambo.
That featured which character played by Sylvester Stallone? Rambo. Glenn, it's the correct answer. You're through to our final 4. Sheila, I'm so sorry. That was a poor round by the Yes Tribe.
Was.
And you haven't actually been on a winning tribe at any point on the show. But it sounds to me like at home you are on a winning tribe with that husband of yours doing exactly what you want at all times. That's how we'd all like to live. Sheila, thank you so much for playing. Been a pleasure having you on the show. But for our final 4, it's time to find our next 2 tribes. So our final 4, we're going to step it up a gear, I think. 2 terrible rounds in a row. This, of course, our final 4, is where things change. As always, it's going to be 2 against 2, and at the end of this round, the winning tribe will be going through to play in today's final, and the chance to win that £1,000 jackpot. The losing tribe will be going home immediately. No more second chances. OK, let's see how we're going to split you up. Before the show, we asked you the following. I'm a dog lover. Let's see who said yes and who said no to that question here. Our yes tribe are James and Lesley, which means our no tribe is Glenn and John. Everybody, join your tribes. So our dog lovers. James, love dogs. Do you have a dog?
I don't know, but my in-laws who run a farm back in Cornwall have a really cute Cocker Spaniel called Molly, who I've kind of claimed as my own. So
Would you like a dog, though?
I would absolutely love a dog.
Lesley, do you own a dog?
I adore dogs. I live on a farm. I live on my father's farm, and we've got a border collie, and she's practically human.
Would you let James come down to your farm? Because it's a long way to his in-laws.
Yeah. We've planted 30 acres of woodland up, so he could have a dog and let the dog run around the woods.
A little bit of team bonding there.
Thanks, Leslie.
No tribe. Glenn, you're not a dog fan anyway?
No, I wouldn't have one just because I'm far too lazy, really. Having to walk them and groom them and...
Well, hold on 1 second. Because I've spotted something here. Everyone at home would have spotted it as well. You're too lazy to groom a dog, and yet...
Yeah, I don't look after it much. It does its own thing.
It's like a pet itself.
Yeah.
Did you get it from a rescue home, or is it...
Yeah, you go and look after the rescue
It's
ones.
such a good... Because you can get pedigree beers, can't you? But I sometimes think that those rescue ones are much better to get. Rescue beers, that's the way forward. John, no animals at all, or dogs? You got a particular problem with dogs?
My dad, when he was young, lived on a farm, and he said animals are for working, they're not for pets.
Is there anyone on the show who doesn't have a relative who's got a farm? Am I the only one? Goodness me, I'm feeling left out. OK, as you know, our final 4, it's 2v2. Every question is going to be on the buzzer. The first tribe to answer 5 questions correctly will be going through to play today's final and that £1,000 jackpot. For the losing tribe, it will be game over. James and Lesley, Glenn and John, very, very best of luck to all of you. Fingers on buzzers. Throughout his time in Parliament, Tony Blair served as the MP for which Lesley?
Sedgefield.
For which constituency? Sedgefield is the correct answer, Lesley. 1-0 to our Yes tribe. Which magazine was launched in 1991 with the stated aim of helping homeless people? John.
Big Issue.
Helping homeless people help themselves. Big Issue is the correct answer, John. 1 point each. First to 5 goes through to today's final. Skegness engineer Norman Bradford was the first ever person to be a redcoat at which chain? Lesley.
Butlins.
At which chain of UK holiday camps? Butlins is the correct answer, Lesley. 2 points to the Yes tribe, 1 point to the No tribe. Fingers on buzzers. Whose film writing credits include About Time and Notting Hill? Glenn. And pass that over to the Yes tribe.
Is it Richard Curtis?
I'll try.
Richard Curtis?
The correct answer, Lesley. Well played. Is now 3 points to the Yes tribe, 1 point to the No tribe. Before losing contact with Earth on Christmas Day 2003, the Beagle 2 probe was scheduled to land on which? James.
Mars.
On which planet? Mars is the correct answer, James. No tribe, 1 point. Yes tribe, 4 points. You are one correct answer away from today's final. Terrific performance so far. No tribe, some catching up to do. Could all come down to this. In 2014, which English football stadium was chosen to host the final and semi-finals of UEFA Euro 2020? James.
Wembley.
It's the correct answer, James. And Yes tribe, you're in today's final. No tribe. What can you do?
They were very good.
They were very, very good. Just the 1 point. John, have you enjoyed yourself with us?
Very much so, thank you. Yeah.
It's been lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for playing. Glenn, have you had fun?
Yeah, it's been a great time.
Thank you so much for playing. Lovely to meet you. But for James and Lesley, it's time to play today's Two Tribes final. James and Lesley, congratulations on making it this far. Very, very impressive stuff. We split you into your very own tribes now. It's James against Lesley. We've also given you your very own 45-second clock. Your job is to protect that clock at all costs. Your first question, and only the first question, will be on the buzzer. Get it right, and your opponent's clock will start ticking down immediately. It'll keep ticking down until they get a question right, then your clock will start ticking down. All you have to do is force your opponent's clock all the way down to 0, and you will be playing for today's jackpot of £1,000. So, James, Lesley, let's play Two Tribes. So just this first question on the buzzer. Best of luck to you both. The US version of which TV comedy series was set at Dunder Mifflin Paper Merchants? James.
The Office.
Is the correct answer. That means as soon as I start this next question, Lesley, your clock will start. Lesley, in human beings, the 4 main blood groups are A, AB, B, and which other?
O.
Correct. James. Which Scottish poet wrote Address to a Haggis?
Pass.
Is Robert Burns. James. Hanoi is the capital of which Southeast Asian country?
Korea.
It's Vietnam. James, in golf, the name of which bird is used to denote a score
Eagle.
2 below par? Correct. Lesley, which broadcaster presented The Sky at Night for more than 50 years?
Patrick Moore.
Correct. James, how many years make up 5 millennia?
5,000.
Correct. Lesley, what does the W stand for in the name of former US President George W. Bush?
Walker.
Correct. James, an image of prison reformer Elizabeth Fry has appeared on which denomination of Bank of England banknote?
£5.
Correct. Lesley, the continents of Asia and North America are separated at their closest point by which strait?
Bering.
Correct. James, in the Superman comics, what is the name of Clark Kent's Daily Planet colleague and ongoing love
Lois
interest?
Lane.
Correct. Lesley, the National Football Museum is located in which English city?
Manchester.
Correct. James, the sun is comprised predominantly of hydrogen, and which other element that has the atomic
Carbon.
number 2 is helium? James, Klaus von Bülow, Simon Gruber, and a lion called Scar have all been played by which British actor?
Pass.
It's Jeremy Irons. James, a frittata, the Italian dish that can have a variety of fillings, is made primarily from
Potato.
what food product? It's eggs. James, which city is the primary setting for the 2009 film The Hangover? The answer was Las Vegas, and with 24 seconds left on the clock, today's winner is Lesley. Very, very well done. Well, James, it ran away with you just at the end there, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
It was a proper game of tennis there. Both of you just getting question after question right and just a few wrong in a row. James, been a real pleasure having you on the show. Been great fun.
Thank you, Richard.
Lesley, shall we play for today's jackpot? Lesley, today's winner. Congratulations. You look surprised to be standing there.
Well, I had some good opposition, and they've all become my friends as well, so it's almost a shame.
Oh, that's such a lie, Lesley. That is such a lie. You now have the opportunity to win yourself £1,000. It'll be one question for £1,000. Are you ready to play?
I am.
OK, firstly, I'm going to give you a choice of 2 categories. Would you like your final question to be about kings and queens or famous people?
Kings and queens.
OK, your final question will be on kings and queens. Let's see what it is. I'm a Tudor monarch. Yes or no? Those are your 2 tribes. Here are your 4 answers. Edward VI, Henry VII, Elizabeth I, Richard III. Those are your 4 answers. You need to put all 4 of those into the correct tribes. If you do that, you will walk away with £1,000. Any of those obvious to you?
Well, I think Richard III was the last Plantagenet. He was killed at Bosworth Field in 1485, so I think he's a no.
Let's put him in the no.
It was Henry VII that saw him off, and he was the first Tudor, so he's got to be a yes.
Put him in a yes.
Edward VI was Henry VIII's son, so he's got to be a yes.
So he's a yes. We'll put him in
He
yes.
died very young. He wasn't king for long. And I believe Elizabeth I, who was Edward's half-sister, also daughter of Henry VIII, was the last Tudor, so she will be yes.
Put her in yes as well. OK, Lesley, that was like watching Wolf Hall on catch-up. You've got them all in different tribes there. Are you happy with those?
Yes, I am.
OK, should we lock them in?
Yes, please.
Lock them in. Do you agree at home? Have you got them in those tribes? Sounded to me, Lesley, to an untrained ear, like that was a pretty good category for you.
I hope so.
I hope so. Well, you need to get them all correct to win £1,000. You started with Richard III. You put him in the no tribe. Were you right to do that? Richard III, I'm a Tudor monarch. Are you in the no tribe? He is indeed. Richard II was the last Plantagenet. Richard III, the last Yorkist.
OK.
Henry VII, you put him in the yes tribe. Were you right to do it? I'm a Tudor monarch. Henry VII, are you in the yes tribe? The founder of the Tudor dynasty, as you told us, Lesley. Absolutely right. 2 right, 2 more to go for £1,000. Edward VI, you've also put in the yes tribe. So I'm a Tudor monarch. Edward VI, are you in the yes tribe? Yeah, the son and successor of Henry VIII, as you told us. So, Lesley, Elizabeth I, are you sure she's a Tudor monarch? Let's find out for £1,000. Lesley, Elizabeth I, I'm a Tudor monarch. Are you in the yes tribe? The last Tudor monarch, £1,000, Lesley. Oh, what a lovely category to come up.
I had a bit of luck there.
You were 100% certain on all of those, were you not?
I was.
That was very, very impressive. What might you spend that £1,000 on?
Well, my husband and I have been married for nearly 31 years, and all that time we haven't had a new bed. The headboard went in the skip a long time ago. The mattress is, well, springs boinging up everywhere. So I want a new king-size bed, leather headboard, telly that pops up at the end, fluffy duvets.
A lot of that, Lesley, is going in the category too much information, but so delighted to see you win the money. Terrifically well done. A great final category for you, and a pleasure to meet you as well. Thank you so much
Thanks,
for playing.
Richard.
And I hope you'll join us again next time, where 7 brand new contestants will be trying to do exactly what Lesley just did. We'll see you then on 2 Tribes.
Competing continues on BBC Two, the history of the world and London Fashion Week. Provide inspiration for a double bill of hair next.